Welcome to week 3 and the last week of our self-portrait unit. This week we're going to take a look at the notes we made last week and we're going to create a new drawing, and our goal is to fix these 3 things that we listed. So I listed that my eyes are too high, my mouth is too big, and my eyes are too big. How we're going to solve these problems is by using proportion and guidelines. Let's get started. For this week, you will need a ruler, you will need an eraser, and a pencil. The first thing I'm going to do is draw my head shape. Okay, let's take a look at my point number 1. My eyes are too high in my drawing. I noticed this correction from a lot of you who submitted your assignments. This is very, very normal. A lot of us, when we are drawing the face, put our eyes way up high. But when we look at a face, and we look at what's called the proportions. These are sort of the mathematical measurements of the face. The eyes are halfway down the head. You can see this space here and this space here are the same. The eyes are in the middle. So when I go to draw my portrait, I'm going to give myself a guideline before I draw anything, just some lines to help me keep everything in proportion and even. The guideline for my eyes needs to be right in the middle of the face that I have drawn. So, 2 ways we can find the middle. We can measure. If I put the 0 at the top of my head, and I lay my ruler down straight, I can see that my chin comes to 12.5. I need to find the middle. I know 12 divided by 2 is 6, and I have an extra half here. I need to go 6 and about 1/4. If you're not sure how to find the middle using a ruler, if this doesn't quite make sense to you, you can also just use your fingers. Try to measure halfway, check. Does it meet? Is it the same as the top? If you've measured here, oh, that's too small. If you hold your fingers like this, oh, that's too big. Keep playing with it until you find a space where the top half and the bottom half are the same measurement. Once I've found the middle, I'm going to draw a line straight across. I'm keeping my lines very, very light. I don't want to push too hard with my pencil because later I'm going to erase. Next, I'm going to find a guideline for my nose. My nose should be about halfway between this space. I'm just going to use my fingers to sort of guess. Here's about halfway. And I'm also going to draw a guideline for my mouth, which comes down 1/3. If I split this space in 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, the mouth would be right at the bottom of that first third. right about here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get it as close as you can. The last guideline I'm going to draw is to mark the middle of my face. From the pointiest part of my chin to the top part of my head, I'm going to draw a straight line down. Now I have some guidelines to help me as I draw my portrait. Now try to draw a second version of your self-portrait using the guidelines you just created. The first line you drew, the one in the middle of the face, should mark the middle of your eyes. The second line should mark the bottom of your nose. And the third line should mark the middle of your mouth, or the opening of your mouth. The one that goes vertical marks the middle of your face. Pay attention to these guidelines as you draw your second version. For a more detailed explanation on how to draw the features of your face, check out the other supplementary videos for this week.